everybody, my name's Musthelog and welcome back to another episode of my modded Minecraft survival. And today I'm going to be mucking around with blood magic. Like I promised you guys last episode, I'm going to be getting into blood magic, and as you can see down here I've got a bit of stuff set up already. I've had some help from a friend who has been showing me the starting sort of basics for blood magic. So we've sort of got a fairly advanced little setup here, but I'm going to take you through the very first sort of stuff just to show you what I've done and how I've gotten to the point that I have. So this up here is the blood altar. We can go into my little crafting thing, and this is how you make it. Pretty simple: smooth stone, furnace, diamond, a couple of pieces of gold. And the next thing you're going to need is the sacrificial knife. Can I show the peeps? There we go. So some glass, gold, iron. Pretty easy. And then what you're going to want to do once you've got your blood altar, I might actually just take it off here so I can show you guys how it sort of looks and works by itself. Plonk it down there. So that's what it's going to look like when you first make it. Nothing particularly exciting. Now you got your sacrificial knife, and we want to be within 1 or 2 blocks of the altar, and you're going to right click it, and you're going to see it's going to take a heart off me. Now I've got a regen buff from that crystal that I made over there, and you can see that this thing's sort of filling up with my blood. So yeah, that's sort of how it starts, and there's not really much you can do with the first tier blood altar, which is this thing here. What you can do is, if I come over here, I'll grab some stone. I think you can just, there we go, you can place stone in here, and one of the first things you're going to be able to make is these slates that come out. No, it's lost some blood. So I'll let it do its thing, give it some more blood, get my regen back. So there you go, you can see there you go, it's done what it's supposed to do. You right click to get it out, and it's made a blank slate. Now you're going to need a bunch of these because one of the first things you're going to want to make is the divination sigil. If I can find it somewhere. No? Huh, I don't know where it is. That's annoying. It's in there somewhere. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think... Is that a skeleton? It is. How did you get in my house? I don't think you can actually make the divination sigil until a little bit later. The first thing you're going to want to make is one of these, a weak blood orb, and that's just by putting a diamond in there and using the knife to fill this altar up with blood until the diamond turns into one of these. And then you take it out, and you can see it says here own a Musthelog. It's because I've already linked it to myself, but then you just right click it and it should link it to you. And this is your like little personal network of life points, whereas the altar has its own what's it called? Its own like internal storage of life points. This is your own storage of life points. And there's different amounts. I'm not too sure what exactly they are based on the altar and your blood orb. I think it's all sort of variable, and the higher tiers give you, and there's an enderman in my base. Alright, the higher tiers give you more life points to work with. So yeah, that's pretty much what you get. You get this thing, yeah, and then you're going to want to be making some of these blood runes to upgrade your altar. So I've already done stuff with the blood runes. These are special runes, you can't actually make them straight away. Can I have that back? So to make the blood runes, there you go, you see you need some stone, a couple of these blank slates, you need your weak blood orb, and some more stone, and it'll give you blood runes. And then what you want to do, once you've made 8 of them, you're going to place them like this little setup here, around the center around your blood orb, which is going to be in the center. So just pretend that the rest of that stuff isn't there, that from here down doesn't exist. So this is, the altar by itself is a tier 0, then the altar with just these blank blood runes is going to give you a tier 1 altar, which will let you make the next tier of blood orb, and it also, I think, lets you do a couple of the sigils, which are like the spells and stuff for blood magic. I guess spells, yeah, they're kind of spells. So the first two you're going to be able to make is the lava sigil and the water sigil. So the lava sigil, well, that's the water sigil there. You can see what it takes. It takes the weak blood orb, one of these blank slates, and a bunch of buckets of water. And it gives you the water sigil, which is basically an infinite bucket of water. Unfortunately, you can't pick up the source box you put down with it. It only lets you put them down, but you know, it's kind of useful if you're using it for, say, filling up your cauldrons or whatever they're called, crucible thingamajig I've got up there for Thorncraft. That's pretty cool, pretty useful. And then you've got the lava sigil, which is, you know, pretty simple. Lava buckets, a magma cream, a blank slate, and one of these lava crystals. To get that, that's the recipe there. Again, nothing too crazy. And every time you do one of these crafting recipes, you're going to get this weak blood orb back. So it's not like it uses it up, it's not like it's just sinking lots and lots of diamonds into them. But yeah, so those are the two sigils you can make with that sort of first tier blood altar. And then you can start making these different runes. So you can see here we've got runes of speed and runes of self-sacrifice. So I'll show you quickly what it takes to make them. You're going to need the Apprentice Blood Orb, which is an emerald in a tier 2 altar. Is that too far up? I think that's too high. Yeah, the first ones you're going to be able to make. No? Apprentice Sacrifice. Efficiency, speed. Augmented capacity, dislocation, rune of the orb. I don't know what those are. What's that? Teleposer? No. Maybe rune of sacrifice. Maybe is it rune of self-sacrifice? Huh. So you do need to. No, I've confused myself. Maybe the altar by itself is tier 1 and then these runes around it is tier 2. Hold on. I'm going to just quickly grab this divination sigil. So my mate's been using this and you should just be able to right click. So yeah, it's tier 3. Okay. Now it all makes sense. So ignore what I said before about this being tier 0. This is tier 1 when the altar's by itself. Tier 2 when it's got this first layer of runes. At first you're not going to be able to use the speed runes, you're going to have to use these blank runes because that's all you can actually craft in a tier 1 altar. And then once you've made yourself, where is it, one of these guys, which is the emerald in the blood altar with 5,000 life points, you can see that my altar here holds 10,000, that's tier 3. I think tier 2 is 5,000, tier 1 is 2,000. I wouldn't quote me on that because I can't honestly remember. But yeah, so tier 1 you're only going to really be able to craft these blank slates and your weak blood orb and those two sigils, I think. The water sigil, no. Yeah, the water sigil and the lava sigil are the only other things you're going to be able to craft straight away. Then you're going to get your Apprentice Blood Orb and you're going to be able to make a bunch more things. You're going to be able to do, I think it's the Air Sigil, Void Sigil, Sigil of the Fast Miner, Sigil of the Green Grove. They're the ones that you can make next. And let's see, so the Air Sigil, yeah, see, Apprentice Blood Orb, Ghast here, and these reinforced slates are basically just these blank slates. Plonk that back in there, go get my regen back. Give me this one, and then I can just sit here and fill it up. And eventually that slate in there is going to turn into the, there you go, you can see it's turned into the next level slate. So I'll just pop that out. There you go, reinforced slate. So it's pretty grindy. The first couple of levels, getting up to where I am now, is just a lot of sitting here, putting your blood into the altar and getting these slates up to whatever level you need them at to be able to craft stuff. So the runes that you can craft right off of a level 2, I believe, is the rune of self-sacrifice, which means you're going to be getting more life points each time you sacrifice your own blood into the altar with the knife, with this thing. So normally you get, I'll get that sigil back out. So it's maxed out, but normally you only get 200 or so from it. When you have the self-sacrifice rune, you get maybe 500 life points each time. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a significant enough increase to warrant you. What the hell was that? Something just exploded up here. That was weird. Yeah, it's a significant enough increase to actually warrant making at least a few of these. So you can use them, and then you can do the speed runes as well, I believe, if I can find them somewhere in here. Speed rune. Oh, you can do that. You can do that after you've made the blood runes. So the first ones you're going to want are speed and self-sacrifice, and maybe even just sacrifice once you get up to the second tier one. And they're all going to help your altar make these slates faster. It's going to help you with the amount of blood that you have to put into the altar. And again, one of the biggest things, I cannot stress this enough, is how incredibly boring the first little part of it can be. Because it is literally just sitting here doing this and waiting for your stones to turn into the slates, and then the slates turn into the next level slates. It also helps if you have something that gives you regen, because if you don't have regen, you can see it's taking my hearts away. You drop yourself down low enough, it's going to take ages and ages for it to regen back up, and it takes a lot of time, and you need a lot of life points to do some stuff, and it's just yeah, a little bit tedious. But I've managed to get, well, again, we've managed to get this altar specifically up to tier 3, which you can see here, tier 3, and that's where stuff starts to get really good. Now if I can find what I'm looking for, yep, there we go. So once you're up at tier 3, you want, and this is also how the altar needs. Did I look at him? Or is he just making noises? I hate Enderman. You can just get out of my base. Ah, great, he walked away. He's gonna come back and hurt me, isn't he? Well, I'll kill him when he comes back. Yeah, this is the way you need to lay it out. So, I mean, you don't need to be above ground. You can sink it into the ground if you really want. This is the way I'm laying it out. So you need the 8 around your blood altar, one level down, like this. And then there's going to be another level down and a gap. I can hear him, he's out there somewhere. So you got this level, and then you go down another level and out a gap here. You don't need to put anything in these corners, so it's just along the edges here, and that's going to get you to your tier 3. To move up to the next tier, which is tier 4, I think you go down another level and out another level, and you can put more runes around this, like this edge sort of thing here. He is just sitting up there. I think he's forgotten about me, which is interesting. Yeah, so I've sort of cut out most of the boring stuff, because once you get to tier 3 it starts to get quite enjoyable. There's a lot more you can do, and I can show you the stuff, some of the stuff that my friend has been working on. So he's got himself the air sigil, sigil of the Phantom Bridge, the blood lamp, which is super useful, and the sigil of magnetism. Now these are some of the things that I'm going to be making. Now I'm going to make most of them with you. I'm not going to use those ones because they don't actually run off my life essence. So you can see here, this I've got 15, 36, 8, and then charge it up a bit more, and I've got, well, that must be the maximum. Seems like an odd number. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm going to be making my own sigils to use around my base and that sort of stuff. So I think the first one I'm going to want to make is the sigil of the Phantom Bridge. What does that one look like? That one there. I'm hoping I can make that one straight away. I cannot. It's too high of a level. So I think I already said what they were that I could make. What is it? Air Void Fast Miner. Fast Miner is probably going to be super useful. Alright, we'll make that one. Sigil of the Fast Miner. So I'm going to need an Apprentice Blood Orb. So I'm going to need an Emerald. So I'm going to run up and grab myself an Emerald from my system. If you guys were watching last episode, you know how I'm getting my Emeralds. I'm not going to tell you, because if you don't know, then, well, you know, it's unfortunate for you. No. So I'll get myself one Emerald. The way I am getting... Do I not have it on me? There it is. The way I'm getting my Emeralds is by using this spell here, Forge, from Ars Magica 2, and you just hit a villager with that and they'll drop an Emerald. I know, it sounds kind of a bit harsh, right? But, you know, the villagers are kind of useful. Well, kind of useless otherwise, really. I mean, most of their trades are garbage. Alright, so I'm going to grab this Emerald, and I'm going to sit up here, I'm going to plonk it in there, I'm going to grab my Sacrificial Knife, and I'm going to sit here, pumping this thing full of blood until that Emerald turns into the next level orb that I want. Whatever that is. I think Apprentice Blood Orb. There we go. Bang. Done. Pop that out. I've got an Apprentice Blood Orb. You can see it doesn't say that it's linked to anyone. I'm going to come over here, right click it, and now its current owner is me. So that's how you make the orbs. It's pretty simple. Nothing too exciting. Now with this orb, I'm going to make myself one of those sigils. So we go at blood, that'll do, at blood magic. I want to make this sigil of the Fast Miner. So what do I need? I need one of these reinforced slates, which I have. I need a shovel, pickaxe, and an axe, and 4 stone. So I'm going to go make myself an iron shovel, pickaxe, and axe. Bang. And then I've got my first sigil of the Fast Miner. So I think all you need to do to activate it is right click it, and you can see it's active, and you can see I now have haste. That's right, I'm going to be able to mine all that faster. What else you can see is that it's going to be draining from my life points here, and I think, so that's it working. Let's turn it off. So that's how fast I dig, and then with it on. Oh, what? Did I just... Wow, you can break through stuff really quickly. Yeah, it's a lot faster. But what you need to be careful of is running out of life essence. I think I left my orb in my ME system. Let's grab that. I did. And then you can just refill yourself up. I forgot to put regen back on. But you can, yeah, fill up your life essence with this thing, which is great. It means you've basically got unlimited haste. So I want to see what the max for this level is. 15313. That seems to be the max. Is that? I think that's just the max that I can hold. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, you probably need to be careful about how much you use it. It's got a fair amount of use. It's just so much better already. It's going to be so useful for digging out this area. So it's got a lot of uses. It's going to be super helpful to have just on me a lot of the time, especially when I'm digging out this area, which I'm still doing by hand because I just haven't found a better way to do it just yet. So what else do I want to make? I think, maybe an air sigil? Let's see. Oops, not that one. Add blood magic. What's the air sigil? Water, lava, void, air sigil. I don't even know what this does. It requires a ghast tier, a bunch of feathers, and another one of those reinforced slates. Do I have any more slates? I've got a couple of slates sitting there. That's the air sigil there. Maybe I'll just borrow his and see what it does. That's pretty cool. It sort of lets you fly around. That's going to be super useful. I'm going to definitely make myself one of them. Alright, what do I need? Feathers, ghast tier? Is that all I needed? Air sigil? Yeah, feathers, ghast tier. I should have a ghast tier. I went and got myself a ghast spawner from the Twilight Forest. Do I have some down there? I think I've probably got some down there. Let's have a look, shall we? There we go, I've got 3. One of them, I'll grab some feathers in the crafting grid. I think that goes in the middle, the feathers there. This guy here, and a slate in the middle. Bang, air sigil. And right click. You can see it's made it to me. I'm going to need to make myself one of these actually. Glass orb and a blank slate. I will make myself one of them. Do I have any blank slates? No. I've got some stone on me, so I'm just going to drop one of them in there. And keep this thing powered up. Quickly. There we go. If we got glass, I've got some glass, so that can go like that. Blank slate, and this orb, yeah, that's going to get me my own divination sigil, so I can put OJ's back in his little chest. I'm just keeping his stuff for him here, just because, you know, he comes on occasionally, like maybe once a week, just to have a little fiddle around and just have a look at my progress, and, you know, I really appreciate his insight into, oh, you can see that I've been chewing through my life essence. That's not active, I think it's just because I've been, so we've got 850. And now we've got 700, yeah, so you can see that that's using it. It uses 50 life points each time we do it. That's kind of cool. So these are probably the 2 sigils I wanted first out of here, out of this, I think you can do that on tier 2 altar. Tier 3, I'm not 100% sure what you can make. I haven't even looked at it, to be honest. But let's have a look together. It would help if I could blood. There we go. What else we got? I probably want void. No. Divination we've got. Sigil of haste. Sigil of holding. Sigil of elemental affinity. Perfect for a fire-breathing fish who is afraid of heights. I don't know what that means. I think I want to make myself a sigil of haste. I'm going to need a master blood orb, which I'm not up to yet. That's demonic slate. How do I get that? Imbued slate. Yeah, okay, so that's well out of my range. What about sigil of holding? Magician's blood orb. I think apprentice. I think magicians is the next one. How do I make magicians? Yeah, block gold in a tier 3. So I can make a sigil of holding, and I know what this one does. I know that the sigil of holding lets you put a bunch of these other sigils into it so that you can save on inventory space. You don't have to have all these sigils floating around in your inventory, which is really, really cool. Do I want to make that yet? Maybe sigil of elemental affinity. Alright, so I'm going to need to make myself a magician's blood orb, which is going to require a block of gold. I still don't really know what this does, and I need a lava sigil, a water sigil, and an air sigil. What are you? Sigil of the Green Grove. This is the other one that I can make. Oak saplings, sugarcane, reinforced slate. Who needs a green thumb when you have a green slate? Don't really understand. I think that's used for helping plants grow faster. I know that there's a ritual that you can eventually make using like this master ritual stone. Again, need a magician's blood orb, which I can make fairly quickly and easily. I might just do that now. Ooh, almost killed myself. That's something you should be careful of, is while you're doing this not to just accidentally kill yourself. So can I keep this fast enough to make this? Oh, did I? Boop. Alright, that's at max. Let's grab this block of gold. I'm gonna go get myself max regen again. That regen thing has just been a huge help. Alright, let's see if I can keep up. Come on, come on. Dropping pretty low. Can see it draining out really quickly. Trying to keep it up. Come on. Gotta watch my eye, and it's dropped down too low already. Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna make some more of these self-sacrifice runes. I think I'm gonna get rid of like another couple of rows of them. So once I've done that, guys, I'll bring you back in, and yeah, I'll show you what's happened. So unfortunately, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Run out of time, got super excited about all the cool stuff I wanted to do and didn't get to do nearly as much as I wanted, but you know, there's plenty of time and there's plenty of blood magic left to do. So in the next episode, I'm definitely going to be working on some more blood magic stuff. Probably get myself a bound sword so I can start getting myself some of the crazy cool armor from blood magic. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, favorite, all that sort of stuff if you're enjoying what I'm doing. Feel free to give me a shout if you want to know anything, or if you want to let me know something. Yeah, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all next episode. I'm King of the Altar.